Alright, good day again mga Repa peeps. Okay, si Dylan ulit to, CCNP Routing and Switching and VMware Certified Associate in Data Center Virtualization. Itutuloy natin yung ating discussion about the basic configuration of a switch. I did promise nung part 2 na I'm gonna go into VLANs pero bigla ko lang naisip na I'm not done yet. We still need to secure this switch, so I think I'll do that first. Okay, gawin muna natin yung SSH. But before I do that, let's go to enable. So, Cisco 2 yata yung password ko dito. Teka lang. Cisco 2. Then, configuration terminal. Then, naalala nyo, I went to line VTY 0 to 4. Just to let you know, yung 0 to 4, it's actually the number of users na pwedeng mag-telnet or mag-SSH or mag-remote access dun sa ating switch at the same time. So that's actually 0. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 users can actually telnet or remote into this switch at the same time. Okay, so during the last video, pinakita ko sa inyo kung paano remote access. So may idadagdag lang akong command, and the command is exec timeout. So exec timeout is a good practice command na dapat nating ilagay sa ating mga switches. So what it does is, so in the event na may inactivity habang naka-remote access tayo, so let's say after 2 minutes and 30 seconds na wala tayong ginagawa with the switch habang naka-telnet tayo, it will automatically log us off. Okay? So, pwede natin i-set up yun. So, right now, so let's type question mark. Ang unang tatanungin sa atin is how many minutes ang ilalagay natin bago mag-i-log off niya tayo sa ating telnet kung may inactivity. So, we will say 2 minutes. Spacebar again, question mark. Now, tatanungin na sa atin, pwede na actually tayo, pag nakita natin yung command na yan, na CR. So, ibig sabihin, pwede na tayo mag-enter dyan. But, meron rin tayong option dito. Pwede rin tayong maglagay ng exec timeout in seconds. So, let's say, like I said kanina, mag-exec timeout siya after 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And that's it. Okay, the next thing we need to do is, I think gagawin ko ng mas secure to. So, we will only allow SSH sessions to it. So, transport input. So, like I said, kanina, pinili natin all. Pero ngayon, ang gagawin na lang natin is SSH. Okay. Actually, we just need to add 2 more commands para mapagana natin yung SSH. I'm just gonna go to the very basic. So, the next thing we need to do is we need to put a IP domain name. So, ang gagawin natin, we'll just do cisco.com. Of course, in a production environment, this could be yung website ng inyong company. Okay. Next, yung susunod na command na gagawin natin is crypto key generate RSA. Sorry, it's supposed to be C. Okay, so tatanungin nyo tayo kung how many bits in the modulus. Pwede na natin gamitin yan na 512, pero as good practice, ginagamit ko 1024. Mag-generate siya ng mga keys para i-encrypt yung ating connection. Okay, and that's it. So, test natin. Punta ako sa ating PC. Okay, and instead na, kung try natin ng telnet 192.168.1.1, so mapapansin nyo, hindi na tayo pwede mag-telnet. But if I do SSH -L, then gamitin ko yung username na admin, then the IP address 192.168.1.1, so pwede na tayo mag-log in. So it's gonna ask for the password, and that's it. We're in. Okay. So, na-set up na natin yung ating SSH session. Naglagay na rin tayo ng exec timeout. The next thing na gagawin natin is paano natin i-secure yung mga ports natin from the bad guys. So, alam naman natin itong switch na to. Usually, nasa switch closet lang yan or nasa ating server room. Pero pag nasa isang production environment, normally, mga naka-plug in na yan sa mga iba't ibang ports, sa iba't ibang rooms. So, what we can do, kung gusto talaga nating ma-secure yan, and gusto lang nating certain computers or printers or certain host lang ang pwedeng kumabit dun sa ating mga ports, we can actually guard that. Ang pwede nating gawin is we can set up a switch port security. So, ganito lang yan. So, let's say we go to secure natin lahat ng mga ports. So, what we can do is we can do interface range fast Ethernet 0/ then 1. Okay, tingnan muna natin kung ilan yung aking mga ports dito. Show IP interface brief, yan ang actually na shortcut command dyan. Do show IP interface brief para makita ko kung ilan ba yung mga interfaces ko. So looking at this one, I have all the way from 1 to 24. Later on, gagamitin natin to as trunk ports. So we'll do interface range class Ethernet 0/1 space hyphen space 24. So, ibig sabihin, sinasabi natin kay switch na please, I want to configure yung range na to from 1 hanggang 24. Be mindful din or make sure na may mga spaces yan. Minsan nag-error kasi. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to type in switch port security. Okay, then mag-question mark tayo. Then, binibigyan tayo ng tatlong option. MAC address, maximum, and violation. So, let's start with maximum. So, ibig sabihin ng maximum is ilang PCs ang pwedeng ma-accommodate ng isang port, ng kada port. So, for now, let's say, kada port, pwede lang siya mag-hold ng tatlong MAC addresses. Okay? So, the next command na pwede natin gawin is nag-up arrow ako and we'll do MAC address. Okay? Then, question mark. Expand ko lang to saglit. So, either you hardcode yung MAC address nung mga PC na gusto nating i-lock in for those ports or mag-sticky tayo. So, ibig sabihin ng sticky is kung ano yung whatever ang ikakabit na host doon, mapa-printer man or mapa-PC, kukunin na lang ng port na yun yung MAC address ng NIC. Okay? So, for now, since tinatamad tayo, well, mas efficient naman yan kung gawin nating sticky. Okay. And now, punta naman tayo sa port security violation. So basically, ang port security violation is sasabihin natin sa switch. So in the event, so babalik tayo dito. So in the event na lumampas siya ng tatlong PC na nalaman niya yung NIC nun, MAC address, anong gagawin niya? So by default, so assuming na nagkabit kayo ng pang-apat na PC dun sa isang port, by default, ang gagawin niya is mag-shutdown siya, meaning mag-off siya, hindi mo na siya magagamit. It will just turn off. And para ma-activate mo siya, kailangan mo mag-issue ng shutdown and no shutdown sa port na yun para magamit mo ulit. It's a good security feature. Anyway, I will just continue this video sa susunod na video kasi I want to keep each video at 10 minutes. Alright, I'll see you then. Bye.